What exactly is romance? Romance is just creating a memorable moment for someone else. It really doesn't have to be all about intimacy. It's just about love. You know, if you can do something nice for someone else, then go ahead and do it. I have a friend that I met at the old church that I used to attend, and this lady loves sending cards. Every moment that she gets, she sends a card. I don't ever send a card. I don't know. I just can't see paying $4.59 for a Hallmark card. And she writes the most loving things in the card. And she's so dear to me. And I have to call her. I really and truly have to call her because she'll send this is for Mother's Day. She sends for Easter, she sends for Mother's Day, for my birthday, for St. Patrick's Day, for Valentine's. Pick a day. Just pick any random day and this lady will send a card. She just loves sending cards. To her, this is probably romantic. But I don't know, this is not my thing to do for someone else though. I guess my romance thing would be food. So, anyways, I'm ready to go to Sherri Shepherd's thing. Jada's getting dressed in the room. Colin, I hope, is getting ready. Joe's off putting in gas because I really and truly don't want the smell of gas in the car when we get ready to go down. So to me, for today, that's romance. For him to go put the gas in now and not for us to have to stop and put it in. Whoo, Lord have mercy, that is so romantic. So I didn't tell Sherri Shepherd that we were coming today, but she knows because I think they go and they read the roster of the tickets and stuff, and she saw my name pop up, and of course she texted me and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're coming back again. I'm like, yes, and I'm bringing people. I sure did my job to invite people, but I'm not good at that. When I invite people to stuff, they don't necessarily come. I invited my sister and she really wanted to go, but her kids have practice or something to do with sports, so she's not going to go, and I really wanted her and her husband to come. And I invited everybody through my YouTube channel. I invited my cousin Effie and her husband. I don't think they're going to go. But at least the four of us here are going to go to support Sherri, you know? So I had a pretty good day. I finished cooking that dinner that I was cooking yesterday. The rice and beans, salad, everything. Had the full works. I think I wanted that dinner because I didn't get it at the party. When I went to that party, it was too late for me to eat. And I didn't get any of that food, so I was really jonesing for it. So I did rice and beans, potato salad, stuffed chicken, and this milk cake. And I cut 4 slices of the milk cake and put it in a little sandwich bag. I wrapped it in wax paper first. And I put it in a sandwich bag, put it in my purse. And at some point, I'm going to say, Sherri, I brought you some snacks. So that is romance. You know, that's me being romantic, you know. So anyways, I didn't turn the TV on today. I did not want to get upset. Yesterday was upsetness enough for me. I don't understand why conservative Republicans are acting like they don't know why Democrats are up in arms about the firing of this man. It's not that nobody loves this man. It's not that anybody loves this man. It's that this man was actually investigating this Russia ties, and that's what we want. We want these ties to be investigated. So when they're saying about Hillary would have fired him anyways after she got in, probably so, but I don't think she would have did it right away. And I think she would have been smarter to find a better reason to like kind of push the man out. Maybe she would have asked him to resign. I was going to say retire, resign or something. I think she would have done it more classy and not overtly like this crazy man. He did it because he got PO'd because on 3 separate occasions, the man told him, no, I'm not investigating you, dude. And he was investigating him the whole time to the point that they had grand jury impaneled and all this stuff to look at all this evidence. So I pray to God that, like I said before, that there are leaks, and I pray that they get an independent prosecutor to take a look at this stuff, because honestly, if they look at it and they don't find any ties, I'll move on. Like that Huckabee woman says, move on. That woman is so condescending. The reason I didn't turn the TV on is because I didn't want to see her. I don't know why they give them any airtime at all on TV, honestly. My sister saw her and didn't know who she was. I knew she was Mike Huckabee, whatever his name is, Pat Huckabee. What's his name? Can't stand that man. I knew that was his daughter. You know, and I told Jada, I told my sister, I said, sweet spirit, isn't she? If you live in Utah, you know what that means. It means she looks plain. So, but anyways, she is very condescending. I think that attitude makes her look even uglier. And I think that's the way they have to be in order to work for this Yahoo that's in the White House. So I'm not going to be watching TV for a while. I'm going to get my news from Twitter. I'm going to get my news from Cher and Bette Midler and Rosie O'Donnell and where I usually get my news from, because they always tweet the stuff out when it's happening. And Keith Oberman. So anyways, I think Joe is back right now from putting in the gas. And then hopefully we'll have an exciting night when we go. I don't know what stars are coming out tonight, but every week Sherri has some type of star over there. So I'm anxious to see who's going to be there tonight, and maybe we can get some pictures. I better take this camera, so I'm going to get this one off the stand and stick it in my purse. And so we can get some good, because this camera has a good flash. So when you snap the picture, it'll actually come out, because I don't know how to use the iPhone to put on. I don't know how to do none of that, but maybe Jada does. You know, she's gonna be with me tonight. She knows how to do all that stuff. But every time Jada's with us and we take pictures with people, the pictures Jada takes with us comes out great. But when we take the picture with Jada and the person, it's blurry and it's ugly, and because we don't know how to operate the cameras at night. So I'm glad Colin's coming. Look at this little thing Mommy gave me a while back. It's all these beautiful seashells, and it's a little trinket box. And all I keep in here are our wedding rings. Hi, baby. Is that money? Don't bring it to me if it's not money. If it's a bill, throw it away. This junk and junk. Okay. I'd rather get junk than a bill. So I'm wearing my gold wedding band tonight. My fingers are so bony. This is like a size 5 ring and it's too big. I don't know why my fingers are so bony. You're not wearing that hat, are you, to the place? Babe? Huh? I have a warm hat if you want to borrow a warm hat. No? Okay. It's in good condition.
I gotta check it out first.
Excuse you, you don't have to borrow my hat? That's my hat, honey. Hmm? I already get touches.
I gotta check it out first. See if it's suitable for my head.
He has to check it out first to see if it's suitable for his head. His head is bald, isn't it? He needs a hat because it's cold out there. But he was wearing that little blue cap with the... I don't like to see that. He needs a fedora. But he wants the one that, what's his name? James Spader wears on the Blacklist. Red. He likes that, the way how the brim is that way. But the fedoras are like $39 and they didn't have the black one. They only had like a blue. I'm like, no, he needs a black. I'm not going to spend $39 for that. So... anyways, let me get ready to get out the door, guys. About 5 miles away, but there's an accident 3.2 miles away, according to Siri. So it's probably going to be another 40 minutes before we get there. And it's what time now? 6 something? 6:09? 6:09. 6:09, my phone says, oh, that's when I'll arrive. My phone says I'll arrive at 6:09. So we have Colin, Jada, and me and Joe are in this entourage. And it's a chilly day. It's overcast. Gorgeous. In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Tahunga Avenue. 0.7, 0.6. I'm telling you when you gotta turn. I'm being efficient. Jada, how you like how efficient I'm being today with this directions
No,
though?
he hates when you don't say anything. Now he's complaining when you
I
do.
swear.
Don't tell me all those kind of things.
Where we going? Where we going? What does it say? We're walking to the theater, guys, just to kill time. Sandra, that one's for you.
It's like he put some, there's a shaker and put some in his coffee. And at first I thought he put salt in there or pepper. And I was like, oh! And then it was like brownish. So
What was it?
It was cinnamon.
Oh.
But I was like, we were both laughing because we were just like, oh no, like what did
What did he do?
we thought he ruined the coffee. Sit down.
We saw this girl go by. Go sit down. Sit down out there. We saw this girl go by and Joe says her teeth look like corn teeth. Like when the corn's on the cob. I don't know what's going on up here, but the police, Popo, is up ahead for the longest time, and I don't know if they're on the other side?
It's on our side.
It's on our side, but they're like slowing down the traffic or something, so I don't know if they're repairing the freeway, if there was an accident, if there's a chase.
No, you just keep on going.
It just keep moving, right? And they're not trying to slow us down, right? Because we're moving.
Yeah, stop sign.
What that is. Something to do with the freeway, maybe? It's a little bit past midnight and I'm still wired, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what happened, alright? So we got there early, we waited for about a half hour, then we walked over to the theater about 6:45, and Sherri was outside fixing up some stuff, so she greeted us, took us inside, visited with us for a good half hour, and we met all her little crew, and her co-producer was there, and it was like one big happy family. And then she was telling us that she was with Michelle Obama last weekend doing something or the other, and I asked her to invite Michelle Obama to come to the cooking show the next time she sees her, and she said she would. I believe her. And I told her, while you're at it, ask her to bring Barack Obama. And so she's like, that's a tall order because they come with a lot of Secret Service. I'm like, I don't care, I'll feed everybody, just tell them to come. And so then I asked her if she wanted to produce a cooking show, being that she was used to producing this show now. She's like, girl, I am tired. Can you imagine she has to fly all over the United States and then get back here for every Wednesday night, you know? So then we left her, went to Subway for Colin and Jada to get a sandwich, went back, waited. While we were waiting, who walks in but Paul Rodriguez? So if you guys don't know who he is, go Google him, okay? He's a stand-up comedian, used to be on TV, stuff like that. So I was a little bit starstruck because, oh, Paul Rodriguez, but I didn't jump at him or anything. He went and said hi to Sherri, came back out and just stayed on his phone the whole time. So to me, he was unapproachable. So then they opened the doors. Everybody else was friendly at that point. We walked in and they put us to sit, and he was like across there but one row back from us, and he read the book cover to cover several times before the show started, as if to say, you know, don't bother me. He was there with I'm going into my Creole because I'm tired. He was there with some Asian looking woman that had her face in a fuss, so nobody approached them. Honestly, nobody approached them. And the minute the show was over and the house lights came on, he didn't even wait, because they usually give you a 5-minute period to question the actor, and one or two people will usually ask a question. The minute the light came on, he beelined for the back door, and the girl followed, and they were gone. So that he didn't even stay back for like a photo opportunity with Sherri or anything like that. So I'm not going to call him a douche, because I didn't get to speak to him to tell you that he was one, because he didn't have an opportunity to be rude directly to me, but he was unapproachable and unfriendly. That much I'll say. So Sherri was happy that we came. She was so glad for the support. I met this woman where when I told her how I met Sherri, she told me her story. And the story, it's kind of long and drawn out. This woman and her partner sold a house prior, like 4 or 5 years prior. And Sherri was looking for a house to buy, but they still had up the website with the house or something, because they were in real estate. And Sherri found the house and wrote the owners and asked them, if they wanted to sell the house. And the owners are like, Sherri, we know you. I co-hosted with you for a couple of days on The View and at this time, or blah, blah, blah. And Sherri's like, oh, I didn't know you guys were the owners. So, of course, they invited Sherri in to see the house, but they weren't going to sell. Sherri loved all the pieces in the house, asked where they got it. They're like, no, the prior owners decorated. And so she says, can you call them and ask them to come over? And they came over, and she said, we spent 3 hours with Sherri talking about decorating house and all the stuff. And then we helped her get a house, yada, yada. And ever since then, we've been in Sherri's life. And she says, once Sherri Shepherd's in your life, it's kind of hard to shake her out of it, because she's a true friend. And I told him I've only known her for a year, and she's been very, very kind to me and treat me like family every time I see her. I did take the cakes that I told you. At first, when I made the cake today, I wasn't thinking of taking any cakes because I was like, I don't want to walk in with this big bag of thing, whatever. And when Joe came home, he's like, are you going to take some of the cake for Sherri? I'm like, oh, that must be confirmation from God. So I got up and I wrapped it really well with wax paper, 4 big pieces, and I put it in a little sandwich bag and I put it in my purse. I didn't squish it, took it, gave it to her. And at the end, she was like, Barbara, thank you for the snacks. We're going to go eat that right now, me and my crew, because we're so hungry. And, we can't get out of here quick enough because we have so much equipment, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that was so cool. So she said she's going to come to the premiere on the 20th unless she's out of town. So let's see, she might come. I'm not going to be troubled about it. If she comes, she comes. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I'm just really glad that we had this opportunity to continue to build this relationship with Sherri, because all relationships get built through spending time. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm going to go to bed. In the morning, I'll edit this vlog, put it up, see what all I have. And maybe I'll have to talk with you guys again in the morning before I upload. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, see, I'm doing it. Ready. He doesn't want to go back on the boat. Splash.
What, splash?
Yeah.